Hi, my YouTube family. I have another Bible to share with you. This is the Grace for the Moment Daily Bible, New Century Version, Devotional Writings by Max Lucado. Okay, I purchased this on eBay, and if you're interested in it, you can check out there. I'm not sure if it's on Amazon. So it's Grace for the Moment Daily Bible, Devotional Writings by Max Lucado. And it's put out by Nelson. Okay, so let me give you a little sneaky peek so you can see what this says. Say, look, this is one of those Bible in a year things that I read like novels. So January, February, March, it's this here. Dear friend, a little introduction by Max. I'm going to cheat and just say by Max. And then a trustworthy translation, Grace for the Moment Daily Bible. And first part is made in his image. And we'll have your Genesis reading, a little something in the beginning. Imagine God's creativity of all who don't know about the creation. And let's see. Then it's going to go into like the Genesis 1, Genesis 2, the first woman. This was a question that I had recently was, were they clothed in light because Moses' face shone, and I know that in heaven will be illuminated. But it says here in the second chapter, the man and his wife were naked, but they were not ashamed. So they were not, I don't think they were clothed in light because they were naked. They may have shone, but that wasn't per se their clothing. Then we have Psalm 1. And I wrote in here because it talks about being godly compared to being wicked. And the wicked kind of live under a curse. Their lives are kind of fruitless and empty, like the book of Ecclesiastes talks about life under the S-U-N compared to life with the S-O-N. And then I wrote, we're redeemed from the curse of the law. So like we have a good life because God helps us. Then he goes into Matthew. I wrote, this is the royal line. And then it goes through their genealogies. It's like a very seedy past. There's all kinds of, like David had Bathsheba's wife of another man. Rahab, she was a harlot. Just a seedy past. But that was Jesus's genealogy. Then there's 14. There's something to that 14. I had it written in one of my notes. I don't know what it is. It's something I think to do with like maybe I want to say it's like each letter means something, but I'm not sure. I'd have to do more research on that because I'm not sure. Okay, so then we get into the chapter 2. But this is going to be like a nice little read, like a novel. It's not my daily reader or anything like that. I'm not going through it every day in 2026. But once in a while, I'll just pick it up and take a peek at it. But you might want to check this out, and it might be something you want to add to your readings. And I got it on eBay. I don't know if it's on Amazon. I always say this to you guys, like, if you have older material that you're done with, sell it on eBay, even if it's written all over. Because I know personally, I prefer written stuff. I actually look for it, but it's very, very hard to find on eBay. So, usually you might have to put it under acceptable, but I like things that people wrote all over because then I get to study their notes and the notes. It's like I get to read their personal study Bible. So if you have old material, you can put it on there and then buy new stuff to you, either from eBay or go on Amazon. I will caution you with this because I ran into this a few times. Like I bought something on eBay and maybe I spent more money and I'd go look at Amazon, it was cheaper, and then they would actually ship it to me from Amazon. And all I did was all I did was add a bill to myself, a little bit extra, I paid more. So something to think about, but some people do that. But for the most part, I like to buy a lot of stuff off eBay when I can find it, or I buy it from Amazon. I usually price compare before I make an actual purchase. But that's a little tip for you guys. If you want to start adding to your library, you just kind of slowly build up, and when you read something and you're done with it, just put it back on eBay. So I hope this is a blessing to you and helps you. And I don't sell anything on eBay, just so you know. I give all my old material out into the field, and maybe that's where you want to go. I know that Jesus is coming back, and I try to get everything out into the field. So I read it, and I give it to somebody else. If you have old material, that, and I'll just say this here, old Bibles, old books, or anything like that that you want to send to me to read, and if I already have it, it will go right out into the field. But if it's something I'll read, and then I have a bunch, like I have got like a little system that I do, like I read it and then I send it to this person. If I have an extra one, you know, there's other people that I send to. So I'm kind of like maxed in that area right now. But once you start moving in that direction, the Lord just provides. So if there are books that you're like, oh, these are sitting on the shelf, I'm going to send it out to Ruthie and she's going to get it out into the field. You can do that by all means. You know, you can do that, and we'll get it out into the field as we go through our system, because we kind of like, how do I put this? Because this might be something you want to do. I like study, like I'm going to Bible college, okay? Then when I'm done with it, I pass it to the next student in line, okay? And if there's double, then we pass it to a few other people. And then she passes it on and on it goes. But if you have stuff like, you know, you want to do that, you can. And if there's material, like, say, we've already gone through that, I'll just put it right out into the field with the Bibles and free jewelry with tracts and everything else we give out. You know, so you'll be hearing more and more about that on my channel as time goes on. But if you are interested in sending old Bibles or anything, popelbackyardfarm@gmail.com. You can shoot me an email and go from there. So I will see you in my next video, and God bless.